Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Oakland Raiders. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
The thing I like most about Derek Carr's game is not just the right arm and his touch and his ability to find receivers. I think it's his calmness, and I think that transmits itself very well to the rest of the team. They feed off of that, and they go out and play with confidence.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. For Williams, there are the numbers from a week ago. He was no doubt a key piece to their puzzle in that victory.
And when this offense plays well, you just know he's going to be in the middle of everything, don't you? I mean, defense is going to say, we've got to take this guy away. He doesn't allow himself to be taken away, does he?
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd and short. And on this offensive unit, one guy that's proven himself early in the NFL is Eric Ebron.
A very reliable target for a quarterback. They always love tight ends because they're right in their sight lines. If you get it to this guy, though, he can take it the distance.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, the former Houston Cougar, Case Keenum.
Case Keenum won't overwhelm you with his athleticism, won't wow you with his arm, but somehow, when he's on the field and he's in charge, the ball gets moved by his offensive teammates.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. He's got Allen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. He's got it up to the 15, showing off some fancy footwork there on the play. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. On second down, it's Gordon. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. With that, let's check out how the Chargers line up on offense.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that Mike Pouncey is one of the best centers in the league, and to me, he helped usher in that new wave of centers. Agile, able to get to the second level and block people downfield, able to pull like a guard and get out in front of ball carriers, and pass protects really well, helps keep his quarterbacks clean.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Keenum. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 5. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard, 59 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now Carr. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Jerry Tillery able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now a look at the Chargers starting 11 on defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now it's Keenum. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Now a first down throw. Keenum.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Throwing again is Keenum. And that's incomplete. A look at the defensive starters now for the Raiders. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Keenum. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Let's get ready. We're going to work.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, this is Howard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show mom that he gets to play in the game.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider defense now, here they are as they get ready to trot back onto the field. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real, okay? As you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
Keenum now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Keenum. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Keenum now to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Watch out for Hill on the return. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well. Go to something else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
57's the mic. Rock 57. I'm here all day.
On 2nd down now, it's Hill, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Here we go, D. Double tight, double tight. Hey, we got 4.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Keenum. He completes it to Henry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, it's Keenum. It's caught by Bryant. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Keenum, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Keenum again. Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Carr. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Melvin Gordon and the Chargers ready for their next possession. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Let's go, boys, bring it up.
Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. This is Howard on 2nd down. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
57 the mark. 57 the mark.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr, a bullet throw, but incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
And he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Keenum now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They run with Howard. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's King. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Keenum, and that's caught by Smith. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Keenum.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On the return, it's King. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing on 1st down is Keenum. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Bang, 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 bang.
Keenum going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Gordon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Howard. Oh, Howard in trouble, and he can't get away. He's taken down, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Keenum firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. The throw taken in by Cole. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone, and he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Chargers to take over. Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 99.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they run from the gun with Gordon, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Everyone go 4 down.
They run on first down with Jackson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Keenum on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one may be his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now Howard gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On the delay, it's Howard. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr going to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
This is Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Here's Keenum to throw. And caught by Henry. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Hill, the intended receiver once again, and it's 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Carr, and he hits his tight end, Ebron. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Running with Howard. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Again, it's Howard. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. From the gun now on 3rd down. Carr got Gordon open, completes it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
54 Mike. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Keenum. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Keenum going to try and throw on 3rd down. Bryant has it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Hill on the return. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Chargers 8, Raiders 6.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Carr completes it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Howard. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Keenum nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Open out on the left side, this is Cole. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Carr. To the right side to Eric Ebron. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the handoff, this is Howard. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Carr. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, And it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
We got this.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
To throw is Keenum. Complete, Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Keenum. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Carr. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go.
Carr now on 1st down. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Carr. Open man is Hill. He's got it. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. Desmond King making the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Throwing right, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Here's Carr. He's got a man. It's Williams. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Howard running left. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They go with Howard again. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Check pass.
A give to Howard. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Keenum and the offense now. Down by 11, a little under a minute to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Allen's got it complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. To throw again on second down. Keenum. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Keenum going to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Keenum to throw again. His throw incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Keenum to throw. And that is incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Forcing the incomplete pass on 4th down and then roughing the passer.
Your offense was ready to roll, ready to get out on the field and take over. Instead,
and down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Maurice Hurst in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Raiders, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.